Hi there, I'm Trevor from the counter here at Gregg Distributors. If you've been following this little series up to now, you'll know the basics of welding and how to read AWS classes for stick, GMAW, and GTAW. And if you aren't up to date, what are you doing here? Head back, watch the previous episodes so you're all caught up on the information and lingo we'll be using here today. Alright, let's break down the AWS classifications for FCAW and see what we'll find out. Our first example code will be E71T-9C. E, as always, stands for electrode. 7 stands for tensile strength, just like before, but is reduced by 1 digit. So a 7 here is the same as 70 in the other classes, standing for 70,000 pounds per square inch. 1 stands for the welding position and can be either a 1, which means all positions, or a 0, which means only flat and horizontal welding. T stands for tubular wire, meaning the wire is hollow containing flux. 9 indicates the polarity and whether it is usable for a single or multiple passes. It can be a number from 1 to 14, a G, or a GS. And you can find what the numbers represent in a lookup table. This designator can appear before or after a hyphen in the code. C, just like before, tells us what gas we need and can be a C or an M. Much like the other two types of classes, there are some designators that can appear after the code. A letter, typically followed by a number, is used for low alloy products and designates the composition of the resulting weld metal, such as E71TG-G. J represents the product has improved toughness, such as E71T-9C-J. If it does not have this characteristic, the J will not be present. D will indicate the weld metal will meet certain requirements when using temperature-specific procedures. This can be represented by either a D or a Q, such as E71T-9C-D. Finally, H, followed by a number, like before, states the hydrogen content of the product, such as E71T-9C-H4. Let's read a few codes for FCAW. E70T-6. E means that this is an electrode. The 7 tells us that this product has 70 KSI of tensile strength. The 0 means that this can only be welded in the flat and horizontal positions. The T tells us this is a tubular wire. And the 6 informs us that the required polarity is DC electrode positive and will be good for multiple passes. E71TG-G, it's an electrode, has 70 KSI tensile strength, can be welded in all positions, is a tubular wire, has no specific polarity and is good for multiple passes, and the weld metal will be a low alloy steel composition. Lastly, E71T-12M FCAW-JH4. It's an electrode, has 70 KSI tensile strength, can weld in all positions, is a tubular wire, needs a DC electrode positive current, and is good for multiple passes, needs an argon and CO2 gas blend, has improved toughness, and has less than 4 mil of hydrogen per 100 grams. And there you have it. We now know how to read all of the primary AWS classifications you'll encounter on a day-to-day basis. Something to keep in mind is that most people do not know all these breakdowns by heart. So don't be afraid to use the resources we have made available to figure out what your filler metal is. Most of the time, if it is for a particular procedure, the product needed will already be stated for you, so you won't have to figure it out on your own. One last thing worth mentioning is that when you get into products specified for stainless steel, nickel, and aluminum, the AWS classes for each metal type have their own parameters. If you're needing help with those products or anything else for your welding needs, like a shiny new helmet, some gloves, an apron, or hey, how about a fancy new multi-process welder, then give us a call or come on down to our counter and we'll be sure to get you up and running. Thanks for joining in with me today on Gear Up with Greggs. Have a great Canadian day.